I believe that a very high debated and argued topic that has been argued, is being argued, and actually will probably be argued uh, for a long time is the debate between the creationists and evolutionists that believe that the Earth was created either by a Big Bang or through a slow process of evolution. Uh, there's very there's a lot of evolutionists, and there's different theories on evolution and how we came to be as humans. But um, it is clear that many in the last decade, there's actually been many scientists that have come out to prove that creation is uh, the correct form of thinking, because it is obvious that in how in the last few uh, decades, there have been actually advancements in science that have helped us understand more the particles and how our body works and how animals' body works and how it's so precise and um, so intricate that it's only the only explanation is creation. And there have actually been many scientists that have actually turned from thinking that evolution is the reason and the way that we came to be, and have actually gone to thinking that creationist science is actually the correct one. It is easy as Christians to understand why creation science is correct, because the only evidence we need is the Bible. In Genesis chapter 1, it actually said God created the heavens and the earth and everything in the earth in 7 days. He created us. There was no part of lizards to monkeys to us. It was just He created us in His own image, and actually created lizards, created reptiles, created mammals, created everything else separate. There was no chain of production to where that led to us. He created us in His own image, and He had a plan of every from the start. Like He says that we were written in the book of life before we were thought of. That's something that brings everything down for every argument down of evolution, especially at least for a Christian it would. And but during the last few years, there have actually been many projects. One of them is Answers in Genesis, which is actually a an organization that is dedicated to helping Christians defend their faith and defend creation. And there have been many videos and research done on how intricate our bodies really are, and how creation is the only answer to answering all the questions we have. There are three main questions, which is why, what, and how. Um, how did we come to be? Why were we thought of, and what happened for us to actually be created or exist, really. And obviously, what if you answer what in creation, using the creationist theory, it is obvious that obviously God created us, and that's how we came to be. If you answer that in evolution, obviously the Big Bang, that's the reason that we exist. Uh, how? The Big Bang explained in many forms, and it says there was a molecule and somehow it exploded, and there was a chain of events that led to humanity passing through various animals, which all the way led to us. That's the reason of how it happened, right? And for creationists, it's they say that, or the real reason how we were created was God created us. He took dirt and He created us, and He created Adam, and from his rib He created Eve. That's how He created us. But the big question is why. What is our purpose in life? And I think that's the hardest one to debate in evolution. The reason is there is no reason. That's the answer. And for creationists is because we have a purpose, and our purpose is to glorify God in everything that we do. And that's why Jesus was sent, uh, God's only begotten Son, like it says in John 3:16, to die for us in the cross and actually give us purpose, because without creation and without Jesus there is no purpose. And I think that's the hardest thing to explain through evolution. You have to believe that somehow a molecule exploded. That's how we came to be. Um, the thing that we call it is the Big Bang, and there is no purpose. You just live your life, you die, and that's all that happens. And really, it's a sad way of thinking. But not only is it a sad way, it doesn't answer all the questions. There has to be more. We were, like in the Bible, it says in John, we were created as eternal beings, and because sin entered our hearts and entered the world through one man, we are actually are going to die now, but we were created to live eternally, and that's why we long to have that connection back with God. And Jesus is what brought that connection back, and what actually helped reconcile two things that were in war, which was sin and God. And us being sinners made us enemies of God. But when Jesus died, he recon- he reconciled us with God, and um, he actually paid the price for what we had done. So it is obvious for a Christian to understand that creation is the only reason and the only way that we were created, and the only way we're here, and that's how, that's what, and that's why we're here. And once a Christian, or once a person understands that, uh, true purpose and meaning is brought to their lives.